Good morning, everyone. Thanks a lot, Jan. Before we start with the topic stochastic resonance, I think we should think a little bit about how is our system working. And when I speak about system working, I mean especially how are movement patterns built. And movement always is a displacement of parts of the body or the body itself. And you move in space and you move in time. So one of the important points is that the development of space pattern is totally different than development of the time pattern. So you can develop the one independent from the other one and vice versa. And the next point we have to look is, are we dealing with voluntary movements or are we dealing with non-voluntary movements? And in most of activities of daily living, we have a mixture of both. I think you intend to do any type of movement, and then you could find some disturbances. I think the most easiest explanation if you walk. If you walk outside, not on a concrete, not on a road, but you are walking or running outside in the landscape, in that case, you want to move, of course, and you want to do the steps, but then you have to correct all the time because of the uneven floor. And if we ask how this is handled, of course, we start then with the motor cortex. And in the motor cortex, you plan the distance program. You plan which extremity shall I use, and what's the distance I want to go or I have to go. And the next point is, how do you do this? I mean, that's coming up. One first extremely important point is, you have in the motor cortex two areas. You have a sensory motor area and you have a somatosensory area. The one is more representative, the sensitive part. The other one is more representative for the efferent motor pattern you will use. And I will focus first on the sensory part because we just always looking on the effect of a movement. And if you plan a movement, you are not thinking especially in the early parts of the movement, you are developing an expectation pattern. I mean, you want to know what is the feeling, what are the information, the sensory information coming from the receptors back to the brain when the movement was successful. So if you are thirsty, you want to think about how can I stand up, how can I go to the toilet, you will go for the feeling